guys, so I have celiac disease and I was recently glutened. For those of you who don't know what gluten is, it's when gluten comes into your body and attacks you really sneakily. Okay, anyways, so celiac disease, just real quick rundown, it's a serious autoimmune disease that can occur in genetically predisposed people where the ingestion of gluten leads to damage in the small intestine. It is estimated to affect 1 in 100 people worldwide. So it's an autoimmune issue. It's not an allergy like a lot of people think it is, but I was recently glutened by something that was labeled certified gluten-free. And I threw away the package because I was so angry, but I wish I would have kept it to show you guys. And so I wanted to make a quick video just about things that I wish that I knew, either right as I was diagnosed or prior to diagnosis. This is something that I've been diagnosed with since about 2013. It was a long road to even getting the actual diagnosis. It took me a really long time. Doctors didn't believe me. I could do a whole nother video just on my experience with the doctors trying to get diagnosed. It was a nightmare, okay? So things that I wish that I knew. I wish that I knew that and I have to write it down because I forget everything after I'm glutened. And I'm puffy and it's just terrible. I have been sick this entire week. I've missed so many days of work. I already have a failing grade in one of my classes because I started school again this semester. I'm just so frustrated at this dumb company. Anyways, rant over. So things that I wish that I knew. That being lactose intolerant is secondary for people with celiac disease. So not everybody with the autoimmune issue has lactose intolerance or is lactose... What's the right term for that? I don't know. You have an issue with dairy. Not everybody with celiac disease has an issue with dairy. I happen to have an issue with dairy, and it's what's called cross-reactive, meaning that it just reacts in the same way that gluten does in your body, symptom-wise sometimes. So, and there's a whole list of cross-reactive foods. Another video, another time. Okay, just because a restaurant says that they have, their gluten-free menu and says that everything's nice and dandy and that it's gluten-free, like 99% of the time in my experience, that's been a lie. So I choose not to eat out anymore because I've had too many bad experiences. Anyways, the common things that I found to have gluten in them, which really surprised me: makeup, my husband's saliva after he would eat gluten, soy sauce, spices, pretty much anything can have gluten in it. So when people say, oh, what? Why would lipstick have gluten in it? Well, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, buddy, but it does. And I called the company and they sent me over a list of their ingredients because that's what I had to do with all my makeup. My night cream that I would put on, like it's like a night under eye wrinkle cream or whatever, that had gluten in it as well. Estee Lauder under eye night cream, gluten. So all my makeup is gluten-free. I would love to do a video about all the products that I found because I love makeup. I love it. And so the fact that I had to throw away my lipsticks it was heartbreaking to me. It was harder to do that than to get rid of any other product that I had to throw away because it all had wheat in it or may contain wheat or whatever else, which is a whole nother thing. Just because it says gluten-free on the package doesn't actually mean it's gluten-free. Gluten-free companies? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Okay, I got my little handy-dandy NEMA sensor. I'm gonna go grab it. This little guy right here. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just happen to love it. Okay, this thing has been my saving grace because something was making me sick for this entire year. Something has been making me sick, and I could not figure out what it could possibly be. Well, thanks to handy-dandy little NEMA sensor, my Chex cereal, yeah, I thought that was a safe one too. Nope, it wasn't. And then I checked on, so handy thing with the NEMA sensor, which was my favorite thing about it actually, you can go onto the app and under the middle section is packaged foods, and you can search what other people have tested as well. So if you're getting a gluten test positive on one of your foods, you can go in and look and see what other people have gotten their test on that as well, which is really helpful. So the thing that I had eaten, it was a beef jerky from Costco. It was like their handcrafted chef's something. I'll like post it in the link below what exactly it was. I've already complained to the company. I've complained to Costco, and I hope that Costco just stops selling it, because that's frankly how frustrated I am at them. So with celiac disease, you can gain weight. I wish that I would have known this. You can gain weight, like, as one of the symptoms. A lot of people have weight loss as a symptom, which after I'm glutened initially, I do. And then, I look like I'm 6 months pregnant right after. I'll see if I can insert the pictures that I took, because it was insane. I had a picture, I was wearing the exact same shirt like 2.5 weeks ago, and then I got glutened, and then I actually sent this to my husband. I'm like, look, I cannot believe this, you know? It's like we play this game of, am I pregnant or did I get glutened? You know, it's kind of funny. Not. So you can still have celiac disease if your blood test is negative. Mine was negative, and the doctors were like, oh, you're fine. You just like need to work out and eat healthy, and you'll be fine. Anyway, so I got an endoscopy where they put a scope down your throat. They take a biopsy of your intestine, and mine came back positive. So what I didn't realize is that even after being diagnosed, it was going to take a long time for my body to heal. Like, it wasn't like one day I stopped gluten and the next day I was like, oh, great. Like, I can go jump and climb the biggest mountains in the world because I feel amazing. It just took my body a long time to like figure itself out. And then after getting the NEMA sensor, lo and behold, I've been eating gluten pretty much at least the past like 9 months to a year-ish. I got some new spices that on their website, they said they were gluten-free, and I tested them in my sensor, gluten, so obviously I threw all those away. My cereal, like I said, the Chex cereal, and then I looked on the NEMA sensor app to see what other people's tests had gotten, and it was hit and miss. Same like Cheerios, that was hit and miss, but I had Cheerios once anyway, big issue, don't have those anymore, but those were just a few things that I wish that I would have known prior to the diagnosis of celiac disease, or during, like, as at things that I'm gathering, things that I'm learning as I continue on, because I feel like I learn new things every single day. And if I'm going to have this disease, then you know what? I hope that I can help some newbies out there who are just diagnosed, because when I was first diagnosed, I went to the grocery store to go grocery shopping. I literally left in tears. I was so upset because I could not figure out what I could eat. I had no idea. The doctors didn't give me any direction, and I was so overwhelmed, because guess what? I'm like reading and I'm like, your lotion, what, has gluten? You have to find gluten-free lotion? You better believe you do, buddy, because guess what? Aveeno lotion has gluten. I mean, in the end, I'm partially grateful for this disease, because, you know, when I go to family gatherings or when the holidays roll up around, guess what? I don't have to worry about the temptations with those gluten cookies because I can't eat them. So, talk about that, you know, holiday weight gain. It'll still happen, believe me. I like to cook. That's the other thing. If you have this diagnosis, you better learn how to cook. I've always loved to cook anyways. I have found so many recipes that, guess what? I make them for my friends, my family, and nobody is the wiser. I made my own like 5-tier wedding cake, all gluten-free. It was amazing. It was delicious, and my husband loved it. And nobody knew a difference. Anyways, get on some support group, gluten-free Facebook pages. Amazing. I feel like I still am having to like be my own advocate every single day for this, and I love to educate people about it versus like being angry when like my family doesn't really get it or when my friends don't understand. Instead of being angry about it, I try to educate them so that they are able to understand, and as we continue to have outings or they see what I'm making or see what I'm eating, they start to understand it a little more. But not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets it. Not everybody's going to believe you. There are still going to be people, even after you're diagnosed, who will be like, well, it'll go away, right? And it's like, no, it won't go away, but I wish it would. And they're like, well, what if you just ate really healthy? Or is there, like, can you just take a probiotic and, like, then you'll be able to eat gluten? What about a digestive enzyme? Can you, like, just have a digestive enzyme and then you can eat gluten? No, you can't. It's not an immune disease, pals. It's not going away as of right now. Maybe one day they'll figure out how to make this go away. But honestly, it is what it is. I've got it. And I'm sick because of the stupid gluten and my stupid jerky. But I just gotta get through it. And I had to make this video because I do not want people to be making the same stupid mistakes that I made in the very beginning and still make sometimes. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Gluten in my beef jerky after it was certified gluten-free. I don't like you, and I'm really mad about that fact. Be well. Be beautiful, my gluten-free friends.